Hey! Welcome to the Ramble Radio, motherfucker!
Yeah. Yep. But,
Yeah,
and this
sure.
isn't a late April Fool's
It better
joke.
not be. It better not be.
Also video.
No!
Yeah.
You don't say.
I do say.
You don't say.
I said it.
Wow.
Ben said.
Also, for the 308th time.
Ooh.
Now, I teased you earlier that there was some news for
Right
today.
before we hit record, you
Right
said,
before.
we've got some news. And I was like, oh. And you're like, I'll save it.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
137 5-star ratings. 137 5-star ratings. 137.
Five time.
Five times. Look at us. I mean,
Ooh.
wow.
Ooh.
I mean,
Biggest podcast on the internet?
It has to be now.
Largest following?
I don't see how it's not
Most
any
highly
bigger.
rated?
Now you think it's just us.
Yeah.
It is. It's I think.
Well, after
we know.
I think we all. It goes without saying.
It's
where
Tuesday.
Cody is.
It's Tuesday.
Where Cody is right now.
We all know where Cody is right now.
Now, is he in New York or is he in Mar-a-Lago preparing the speech for later tonight?
Or is he in Mar-a-Lago burning more classified documents that nobody gets their hands on?
While he's taking MTG from behind.
Oh, just plowing that. Plowing that MTG. You know, I think. I think I found out how to anger. The easiest way to anger the white male sports fan.
Okay, how's that?
Celebrate winning. That really pisses him off when a player of color seems to celebrate winning it. White sports fans lose their fucking. They cannot handle. So, have you been following this NCAA women's tournament?
I haven't because I don't care about college basketball, but I've heard great things.
Well, it's been a good tourney, and
I've heard.
One of the stars of the tournament was this girl from. They played in the championship game. Was Sunday. All right, it was Sunday. Hold on 1 second. I'm texting my cousin. All right,
I'm not sexist. It's not that. I just don't care about college sports in general.
Not sexist because I can ask. You could ask Eddie Pence about any college sport, anything.
Football, anything. I don't.
You will draw a blank. And football's your favorite sport.
I'll watch XFL football.
But you will not. But Saturdays you're doing something else.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about college sports.
So Iowa had someone who had now Iowa played LSU in the championship for all the marbles.
I've heard about that.
And Iowa has this player who's kind of captured the attention
around the world
because she's a really good player named Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
White lady.
Okay.
She can ball.
She can.
She can fucking play. And so
can she play in the NBA? Can she make it in the NBA?
I wouldn't mind if the Mavs tanked for her. I would not be upset if the Mavs tanked for her. But one of the things that she is known for, sharpshooting, ball handling, talking trash.
Ooh.
And a few games ago, might have been the game before this one, might have even been during. I didn't see all of today's championship game.
Yeah.
But she would do this a few times after making a shot.
See me.
She would do that. And there's lots of footage of her talking shit.
But really, bringing out the John Cena.
After hitting like a three,
people do this. People thought this was cool.
Yeah,
they didn't laugh at this.
It was cool. They didn't like so.
Wow.
So, all right,
lame.
But she's been doing that.
Okay.
Right. She's been doing that a lot, and they lost tonight. She lost a champ. She lost a champ.
Somebody saw her.
They saw her, and
they saw her.
Angel Reese. So here's some of the things that she has done. This Caitlin Clark girl. There was a time where I think it was in the tournament. I don't know if it was even in this game or not, but it's a clip of an opponent is behind the 3-point line, and and Caitlin Clark, that's her cover.
Right. Okay.
And in front of everyone, and she's like at the key. Okay. Right? She's like almost in the paint.
Right.
and she just looks at the woman who's getting ready, who's behind
shoot.
the arc,
Right.
and goes, and just stays where she is. Just like she
egging
ain't
her
gonna
on to
make that.
shoot it.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Wow.
please, she ain't making that. She's been doing shit like that.
Wow.
And then so
Wow.
She lost.
That's just bad. That's shitty.
She lost tonight.
Okay.
And Angel Reese from LSU, when the game was it's pretty much over,
Yeah.
they're at the free throw line, and her and Caitlin Clark are next to each other. And they're, they kind of waiting on the free throw, right?
Yeah.
Well, Angel Reese just turns to her and goes, like that. She gives it right back to her. And then later on, she does this as they're walking out.
the
She
ring.
points to her. I mean, and now all the white guys are mad. Now it's unsportsmanlike. What a piece of shit.
Are we going to get a Tucker Carlson special documentary about it?
What has happened to the collegiate game?
Professionalism in sports.
In sports, what happened to just sportsmanship? But Caitlin Clark does it. Well, she's just the most exciting player and maybe the most exciting player in all of basketball.
A lot of enthusiasm.
Boy, she loves the game. She just loves the game, doesn't she? Boy, she just loves the game. Like, it's that same shit. When Tom Brady can go nuts, he'll break a fucking tablet and he loves the game. He's a competitor. Odell Beckham knocks over the fucking field goal kicker's practice thing. He's a thug. Get these thugs out of here. Like, what's the fucking difference? I think I know what the difference is. I think I know too.
I think I have an idea what the difference is.
But everybody's all mad. What a disrespectful. How could she? This fucking chick's been doing this to everybody the whole fucking tournament. Just running her mouth, talking shit. This one has her beat, and she just, yeah, I remember that. I love that shit. Who doesn't love that?
If you're going to talk trash, you have to, at some point, you have to take
You have to be able
at
to
some
take
point.
it.
If you're going to sit there and dish it out, you got to. That's my biggest pet peeve with people in general is the people that cannot take it. They can give it, but they can't take it.
Here's the thing.
Those are the worst people.
You're probably going to be shocked by this one. I wasn't mad when T.O. ran to the star.
Oh,
I wasn't mad at him.
Really?
You know who I was mad at? The fucking defense for letting him get a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's on you, man.
Yeah.
That's why he should fucking celebrate. I've never had a problem with jocks celebrating any kind of.
If you hate a celebration a jock does, just don't let him score, and then he can't do that celebration.
Don't let him score.
Yeah.
You don't want Muhammad Ali to fucking knock you out and then do that famous pick. Don't let him knock you out.
Don't get knocked out by him.
It's funny how Caitlin Clark, oh boy, she just plays with heart.
Thug. What a thug.
We gotta get this thug mentality out of sports. It's
Speaking of this, did you catch any of the Mania?
I just saw a Born to Run, Anthony himself.
Okay.
Sent me a clip of poor Shano blowing out his knee in the middle of the match.
I didn't see. Did he blow his knee out? I didn't see.
Am I allowed to show it, or could we get shut down?
Probably. Is it gruesome?
No. He's in a thing.
He just pulls up.
Well, he's in a thing with The Miz. He throws The Miz against the ropes, and as he's running towards The Miz, he just drops and tries to get up again and then falls back down. And he's just writhing in agony. And Miz, being in the game as long as he has, he's just like mugging at him, right? Thinking like, okay, what happens next? What happens
What do I
next?
do?
Let me just keep mean mugging until I see if this is a work or not, right?
I'm waiting for the referee to tell me what to do.
Right, and then improviser of all improvisers, because I guess it was here in L.A., right?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg just jumps into the ring and pops Miz, and Miz, flew down. Like, it was Snoop Dogg saved the day by just running in and improvising a quick little...
So did he run from behind down the ramp?
No, I think he was, in the front row. He just kind of,
I wonder how they communicated to him to get into the ring to do that.
Or maybe he was just like, okay, I'm buddies with everybody. I know what, you know what I mean? Like, I know this business.
Or do you think the thing was all the thing was a work with Shane O'Mac blowing his knee out?
It looks pretty bad. Like, the way he if he faked it, he did a tremendous job of faking a blown out knee. Because he looks genuinely in pain, and he genuinely looks like he doesn't know what's happening when it first happens. right? Like it almost to him, he pulls up and he's like, no, I think I can keep going. And he tries to stand up and then he just collapses.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also been a million knee injuries on TV. He could have studied how to react.
That's true. How to react. Yeah, I wonder. But the thing, though, is he took too long. Like, Snoop took way too long to get in. Like, Miz was there for a good 15, 20 seconds. You know what I mean? He was just, everyone's like, and like,
well, I wonder if, like, Snoop got, like, a text on his phone from like, Triple H or get in there and do something.
Yeah, get in there and hit him. Yeah, I think Shane really got hurt, but then I think, what I'm curious to know is, did somebody tell Snoop to go? And by the time
they had to tell someone. I bet the referee knew because he has the thing in his ear,
right?
And then somebody texted Snoop or something, get in the ring.
I'm sure the ref just probably looked at Miz like, "Hey, you're about to take a bump." You know what I mean? Like, just get ready. You're about to take a shot
from a guy who probably can't throw a punch because he's 60
and high off his fucking
and high off his ass.
He's extremely.
But did you see I caught the John Cena match on Saturday.
I didn't see it.
He has quite the bald spot.
Cena.
Yeah,
and he's okay with it.
He looked like Friar Tuck in the ring. I was shocked.
Wow.
Like I'm like, he's rich. You can get
Eddie, is that what he was?
You can't see my bald spot.
Wow, shit.
I'm like, you're loaded, dude. You get some plugs. You got options.
Yeah, I'm surprised Roman
Jeremy Piven has a full head of hair now.
And we all know that's probably not
And
legit.
we all know that's bullshit. Because if you saw him on Seinfeld in 1993, he had no fucking hair.
Yep. What was the other thing was I'm surprised Roman won. I thought they were for sure teeing this up for Cody.
I think it was so teed up for Cody.
They had
to do the opposite.
Right. Like everyone knows Cody's going to win. We have to fucking.
Well, Cody came back. He was like, "Oh, is this the reason he came back? Is this how he agreed to come back to win it at WrestleMania?" To do what his
father never could.
Right.
Vince never gave his dad the strap like that. He gave Dusty Intercontinental, though, didn't he?
No, Dusty never had a WWE title.
He never had anything?
No WWE title.
Wow. I thought he at least had Intercontinental once. Wow, man.
Never had a title.
Oh, that's.
He was too busy railing Sapphire, just giving Sapphire the business to care about titles.
That's a man's man.
Sapphire.
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 My sweet Sapphire.
My sweet Sapphire. Just. Is that one of the best gimmicks? Because he's not like. He was. I think that's like that best gimmick where he's himself, and it works.
But it also shows what McMahon was doing to him, and also how he is such a performer. He made that work.
Yeah,
because his whole thing became about polka dots.
To still be over when clearly McMahon, for some inexplicable reason, because I guess they were just competitors. Is that the only reason? Just because Dusty booked a competition once?
Yeah.
Like McMahon's like, well, fuck it. I'm going to embarrass him.
I will buy him, and then I will own him, and then I will
embarrass him. And he went over with the dumbest outfit, this side of the Bushwhackers,
and just turned into a dancing idiot.
And I loved him as a kid,
and it worked.
Because like I didn't really get to see much of him from the Southern stuff, right? In Dallas,
from the old NWA days.
Yeah, I didn't get to see much of that, and then. But I still knew who he was,
right?
And I loved him when he was in. I loved the swag. I loved everything. I was like, this guy's great. It was amazing how he made that fucking work. Like, God, probably. I mean, he's got to be in the top all time.
Do you think he could have made the Red Rooster work? Had he been saddled?
He could have. But you know why? Because he'd have danced. You know, he'd have done a little strut or some shit. You'd have been like, I'm feeling this. Everyone would have been like, fuck
fucking Red Rooster.
Dude, he probably would have added a little swag, like, he would have done something to. I think Dusty Rhodes was gimmick proof. I don't think
you could have given him anything and he would have sold it. He would have.
I mean, Jesus. The what's the guy? The fucking. With the silver stormtrooper helmet.
Oh, Shockmaster.
The Shockmaster. He somehow could have made that work. Because they wouldn't have needed to done the stupid voice box with him. He would have just been Dusty Rhodes. I'm the Shockmaster, baby. Yeah, and it would have been
I'm
like,
the Shockmaster, baby.
and it would have been like, fuck, this is not bad.
This
I'm into
Shockmaster
this. I'm
works.
feeling this Shockmaster.
I'm feeling this bedazzled stormtrooper.
This guy's
helmet.
great. Oh, by the way, that person who does the ask me anything, send me anonymous messages where it's clearly them
Yes.
asking themselves messages,
Right.
pretending that.
This guy?
Yes, Eddie.
Yeah.
Jesus, my heart.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I got to stop doing that to you. I apologize.
Man.
I got to stop doing. I didn't realize how scary I was till I watched the replay of the last Ramble Radio, and I realized. I get it now.
You saw
I
how
see.
scary.
I see how scary I am now.
So
My bad.
They asked him, why did you stop going shirtless on here? I'm sure someone really asked him that. And LOL, there's a couple of reasons. Simple answer is I only work out shirtless during runs due to overheating, and I sadly haven't run in months because of my legs too. Don't particularly care for how I look without a shirt. Oh, come on, champ. Quit asking.
You gonna
yourself
overheat? You overheat in a t-shirt while you're running, like a.
while you're running. Who? What?
Thin-
What does that even?
I see. That's why I don't jog in sweatshirt.
Is it made out of that shit that they wrapped the space shuttle with? That silver, that fucking. What is your shirt
fucking
made?
heat blanket?
Yeah, it's like a fucking heat blanket. Is that what you run in?
No, it's a fucking t-shirt. It's cotton. Air goes right through it. No one overheats in a t-shirt.
No one overheats in a fucking. Look, maybe one day this inside joke will be.
Out in the
But
open.
it's boy, talk about full of yourself. It's incredible.
But let's get down to the business at hand. We were going to talk about Grogu.
I think he's the Mandalorian. I think that's going to be the big. At the end of the series, it turns out Grogu was named after because we already know Din's a Mandalorian. We already know Bo-Katan's a Mandalorian. They're born and bred. Din is
a foundling like Grogu.
Right, but I mean, it's like, but he's been a Mandalorian for what, most of his adult life.
Yeah.
So I think the big thing in the show is it's going to end up where Grogu is going to be raised and will become a full-on Mandalorian. And my prediction is he's going to be the next, because there's only been one Mandalorian Jedi that we know of, right?
Yeah.
The guy who made the Darksaber, he'll be the second. That's what I think. He'll be the second Mandalorian Jedi.
See, I feel Bo-Katan is the Mandalorian.
But she already is.
Right, but she's the one to lead the Mandalorians, and I think it's finally going to. She's going to finally be able to do it without, because Sabine handed her the Darksaber before,
right?
And then we know that what's his face? Who's the bad guy?
Moff Gideon. The Gids.
Got it from her.
The Gids, right.
The Gids. And so she's looking to
get that back.
And we know from that last episode, some sort of Beskar alloy kidnapped Gids.
Right. But look, can I give an opinion here that might not go over?
Okay.
I mean, let's say the Cubs never won another World Series after that one in the 1800s or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Aren't the Mandalorians like the Cubs of the Star Wars? I mean, they just kind of blow it. I mean, they got their ass kicked twice, once by the Jedi, once by the fucking Empire.
Right.
And it just seems like it's just that franchise has just had Dave Campo after Dave Campo running the show.
I think you can. The original Mandalorians that were taken out by the Jedi, you can make an argument, they got a hand to them by probably superior warriors because they had the Force, of course.
They had magic.
They had the magic. The Empire, they went up against what I believe was still a fractured Mandalorian race.
Right.
They were never a unit.
They fucked them up.
During the Day of 1,000 Tears or whatever. They never.
Right.
They were never at full strength.
Right.
So, maybe you could say maybe Bo-Katan is the Dave Campo of the Mandalorians.
I mean, even the Cubs eventually won one. You know what I mean? Like, that's how. Who is running this organ? What are they doing with their draft picks? What are they doing with their cap space? They just don't see.
Well, you got to get the top straight, and then it goes all the way down. So until they get that top spot, until the ownership is taken care of,
it's like they're still owned by like a combo of Jones and Snyder just came together to. They've owned the Mandalorians. They've just that's part of the.
Well, Mandalore looks much better than FedEx Field. So I will give them that.
Absolutely, yes.
They've done a much better job with the current state of Mandalore.
Even now,
looks better than FedEx Field. So.
It really does. Yeah, that was.
They have.
Well, there we go. So that's that's my Mandalorian prediction. Yours is it's going to be Bo-Katan.
I feel like she's going to eventually get that Darksaber back.
Is she the one whose sister was boinking Obi-Wan?
Yes.
Bo-Katan. Yeah.
Yes.
God damn, Obi-Wan got that Mandalorian poo.
He did. I wonder if they had a little, sister Obi connection.
I wonder if little thruple.
I wonder if Obi threw it up in Bo.
He had a little. Oh shit! You think? Ooh, man, Obi-Wan's just slinging.
But I was just watching that scene where Darth Maul kills Bo-Katan's sister right in front of Obi-Wan.
Snow-Katan.
Snow-Katan.
Bo and Snow.
What
was her name?
Forget. I like Snow-Katan.
Snow-Katan.
But I forgot how dark that scene was.
It's brutal.
Because Darth Maul's staring at Obi-Wan while he's being held back.
I got you, motherfucker.
And the sister's being just suspended in air by the Force, being choked, and then he just whips her to him and just takes the Darksaber right through her chest.
But I will say, Obi-Wan did slice him in half.
He did. Later on. He got his comeuppance.
He did get him. Wait, that was before he sliced him in half?
That was after, but then he did slice him. He did finally kill him on.
He got him again. No, but I was saying that's payback for getting sliced in half.
Yeah, you take my penis, I take your bitch.
I'll take your girl. I'm taking your penis now. Jedi.
So, I'm going to take where you put your penis. So you now, like me, have a useless penis.
Useless dick. Fuck you. That was a dark fucking. But wait, here's my other question.
Yeah.
Because I always ask you this timeline thing. Obviously, The Mandalorian takes place a little bit after Return of the Jedi.
About 5 years, and now I think we're 7 years.
Shouldn't Bo-Katan be like Obi-Wan's age?
She should be a little older, unless Bo-Katan at the time of the Clone Wars was very young, like Leia age.
Right.
Like 17, 18.
Right.
And then now she's in her late 40s, which that actress could be.
Because what Obi-Wan was probably, you would think, in his 50s-ish, 60s, maybe, it was supposed to be. When A New Hope.
New Hope is supposed to be I think early 60s, something like that.
Early 60s, right? So okay, that would make sense.
Maybe late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah, she'd probably have to be 13 something years younger than Obi-Wan.
So I'd have to go back and see some of those episodes of the Clone Wars, see how old she was, because in Rebels she seemed fairly young too.
She seemed young, right?
And that was only Rebels took place right before A New Hope. Right. So yeah.
Well, there we go. Well, who knows?
They probably could have cast someone a little older to make.
Katie Sackhoff is great, but it
seems a little young for Bo-Katan.
She seems a little young to be Bo-Katan. Shouldn't Bo-Katan be like Obi-Wan's age or close to it?
Probably not that. She should be older. So
right.
But,
Well,
I don't know.
Look, I know we have.
All right.
And thank you all for rating the show. The one getting us to 130. Yeah. Normally we do this on Ye Ramble proper.
Right.
But we were so excited, so overcome with giddiness and joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre.
We had to.
Joie de vivre.
Can you believe what college sports has devolved into? So fucking stupid. That motherfucker was talking all kinds of shit. You can take it back. What are you going to... whatever.
So, Skeletor.
Oh, gross.
We, apparently, before we went off after we recorded last week, we found out that a former ex-president here in the United States was indicted. Have you guys ever... It's the first time in American history a former president's ever been charged with crimes and indicted. Have you guys ever had a former leader or a current leader on attorney charged with any crimes?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. For the most part, political things have been very clean here in Eternia, but, our current monarch is under investigation. Yeah, how about that?
Oh, okay.
For having a dick so small he can fuck a Cheeto. That'd be a Cheerio. That's it. He has a dick so small he can put it through a Cheerio and do hula hoop. You know what I mean? Like he can do a hula hoop with the little
There's
Cheerio.
room to spare.
Lot of room. His dick is so small, King Randor. So that's under a lot of investigation, and it's a shame that he has such a tiny dick.
Yeah.
Because, well, you know who got a giant pussy? He-Man's mother. You get it? Didn't think I would take it there, did you?
Kind of thought
Huh?
you would. Yeah.
Kid's got a small dick and his mother's got a giant pussy. He-Man's
Right.
mom.
Match made in
Huge
heaven.
pussy. And yes, and then the King Randor, it was very tiny, minuscule penis.
Uh-huh.
You get it? It's
Got it.
fucking funny, King, right?
It's gold every time.
Pretty good. Pretty fucking good.
Okay.
There it is. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
All right. Well.
I mean, you understand what a Cheerio looks like, right? That you guys have a picture.
Little circle.
There,
Little
yeah,
tiny circle.
that's it, the tiny circle, right.
Okay.
My grandmother had a variation on that, but she would say donut. And I'm like, bitch, that's too big. And I'd smack her around a few times with my dick.
You're great. Okay. We got to cut them off.
We kisses. I mean,
Just-
God. Enough said.
It's the only way she could get wet, she said. The only way she could still get a moist, her pussy would get wet was when I would slap her with my dick after being annoyed with her.
Your own grandmother.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Just-
This is
Cody's not here.
Cinesnob Cody.
Cinesnob Cody.
Please go and put that on the map.
Rectify those wrongs.
Those wrongs. Jesus. Eddie, where can they find you?
Patreon.com.
There it is.
The Ralph Report, 5
That's
days a
good.
week. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio.
Hey.
Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
Hey,
Yeah, hey.
it's us. And you can find me in the same Ramble places. You can find Eddie and Cody. Also have my
course.
YouTube channel, my
Uh-huh.
Twitch stream, twitch.tv/retro rocha. And there we go. Find us, love us. You know where to do it. Thank you to those who've given the Ramble 5-star ratings and positive text reviews.
Spread the
Please
word.
Keep those coming. God, that'd be great. We love you guys. Stay safe. Take care, everybody. Bye.